Hello everyone, how you guys doing this evening or the time zone where you guys live? I hope everyone is actually doing well at the moment. Well, I say I'm still not doing well, but I say I'm blessed. Thank the Lord. That's all I had to say. Because one thing, if I'm actually say I'm fine, am I really fine in Christ? Or I say I'm fine without Christ, because if I'm without Christ, I'm truly not fine. Right. But at the same time, I'm in the process of coming back to Christ. Even do my part to come back to Christ, even as well to spend time with Him. Even if I don't feel like doing so, but I do what I need to do. And the result, I had to push myself to get out of that, get out of the mindset that I need to do it. But well, I wouldn't say just need to do it, or I had the mindset that I can do it. I had to push myself to do so while thinking it. In the meantime, let's actually play some Sonic Adventure. Well, I was meant to do that tonight. Well, actually not tonight, last night, but it somehow kept crashing on me. But I did test it out off stream too to see if it works, especially try it out after the stream, and it was working. I think it's just some adjustment that I need to make to it. Anyway, let's get it started.
Sega!
Like I said in the last stream, I'm actually using the mods that would be able to play them on the stream. Well, actually not mods play on the stream, but actually playing mods that actually patches the PC port. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people may or may not know that Adventure 1 gets worse in every port. On the Dreamcast is fine. GameCube, it was not bad, but it did have some glitches and bugs that weren't in the original Dreamcast version. But then it was ported to the PC in 2004. Then that was the worst version because due to the effects, and especially some bugs and glitches, even more a problem on there. Then that same port was ported to the 360 and PS3. Then it was ported back to the PC via Steam. So it's basically a port of a port of a port of a port. And I'm trying to think what else too. Dude, so basically with these two things for the community, even the modders as well, they actually was able to patch and fix some stuff that was in Sonic Adventure 1. Well, usually with the DX port, that was usually on the PC, because if you have the 360 or the PS3, you cannot do mods or anything. So sadly, you can't. You can tell the Eggman just straight aura farms on the egg carrier in 1998. I know I said it last stream, but he basically just straight up aura farming at that point. Cause there's no reason that has to go hard for no reason. And also with the result, there's also, cause I did say it was mods too. But note this with the mods, because one thing, I say one dude crashes every now and then, especially with mods on, because it could be the way how it's loaded, or it has a problem loading, in, or it's not in the right order, depending. But I'm trying to think what else. I know I can't think what else, but there's other things that I may have forgot about, that kept turned away from, or I haven't thought about.
Options. You can customize various options.
Some of the options basically have the sound test. At the sound test, and also the message settings. So basically,
Features.
you can do voice and text or just voice only. And then language, you can just put in English or Japanese if you want to. And also, you notice the icons too. Use the file chains. Basically, has the Dreamcast VMU, just like in the original. And it's a rumble feature with the Xbox One controller because it was also on, like I said, it was also imported back to the PC via Steam. And also with the mods, the team, the community team, especially with the modders, is able to patch SA1, so with better SADX, whether it's for the 2004 PC or the one that's on Steam, that's released in 2012, with SADX Fixed Edition to patch out the bugs and glitches that was in every DX port, or just basically most DX ports, especially with more bugs and glitches as in later ports. In addition, with the mod, it also has the Dreamcast conversion mod. This mod actually restores SA1 back to its Dreamcast roots, from the model to the textures to the lighting as well. And the Lantern Engine lighting mod is basically the mod that you actually have. Actually, this is the lighting that was used in the original Dreamcast version. Here we actually have 6 characters we could play as, because there's Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy as well make her debut as a playable character in the main series, not counting spin-offs. And also we have Big the Cat, and we also E102 Gamma, which basically probably an upgraded one, the badness from the classic series, or basically probably a successor to the Egg Robos from the classic series, but it's probably unknown for sure. But here we're actually gonna play as Gil, the Blur Sonic the Hedgehog. And also this is the first time that Ryan Drummond voicing Sonic, and he's basically the adventure era Sonic. Because Ryan Drummond did Sonic since 1999 all the way to 2004. Because he did Sonic in SA1, I think he did in Sonic Shuffle, Advance 1, Adventure 2, Advance 2, Heroes, Sonic Battle, Advance 3, and that's basically it for Ryan Drummond, sadly.
Oh,
Yeah, this is happening. Still classic. But one thing, well, I did say this before, that SA1 was actually a launch title for the Dreamcast, especially in Japan, because it actually came out the same year the Dreamcast came out in Japan, especially as well a launch title in America a year later. Yet September 9th, 1999, where the Dreamcast actually debuted in the US.
You are completely surrounded. Surrender yourself.
Also, why there's another chaos back there? Because I saw there was another chaos back there, and yes, that's an attack. That's basically the enemy's name, Chaos. And there's actually gonna be lore that's gonna be around Chaos in SA1, and that's the only time Chaos is actually appear in the main series. Because other games would be like spin-offs or say Sonic Forces. That's basically a fake Chaos.
Oh yeah, this could be fun.
Like I said, I did have a mod that has a consistent aesthetic against Chaos Zero. So basically the background effects is basically here when you fight Chaos Zero, and the reason why it's called Chaos Zero is because because Chaos actually gets stronger with the Chaos Emeralds, and that's what we're gonna learn later on. And also he's pretty easy too. Just don't touch him on contact, and his basically the weakness is the brain. And when he's near death, he basically will jump to pull the pole. He uses his arm to attack. No, Chaos is actually pretty invincible. Also invincible too, just a heads up.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time. Come on, you big drip. Where you going?
And there's one thing too. I think with the translation as well. It's basically appealing to the American audience, so don't be kind of dull or bland. You know. You know how dubs are. I mean, it could be improving, but it just appeals to the American audience. Not make it too boring, but hip at times, but not always.
You know nothing, fool. It's Chaos, the god of destruction.
And also the Eggman is up there just watching Sonic down. And also Eggman's voiced by Dan Bisto. I think it's Dan Bisto. I think that's his name. Also, that has to be Tails on the tornado.
Tails?
Tails?
Watch out! You're gonna
Yo, crash! Ah! It's still funny to this day. Watch out, you're gonna crash. Ah!
Tails. Now, what am I gonna do with you?
I don't know. He's piloting your plane though. That you have since the classic series. Oh, I was about to say this too, that the Eggman is voiced by Dan Bisto. And rest in peace to the man. He was basically the adventure era Eggman. And sadly he passed away through a heart attack. That's back in I think 2005 or 2006. Actually, I'm trying to see if I can get that crystal ring. Cause you can get the crystal ring early. Yeah, that's the one the Sonic's upgrade is the crystal ring. But I want to see if I could try to get it early here. It's possible to get it early. You just have to be quick on your feet. Like, it's hard to get it, but it's possible. You have to be really fast. I also note that the spin dash does have its own button, and this is actually being the first in the main series. I know 3D Blast actually pre-debuts that too, so that basically started from the with 3D Blast, and it was implemented in Adventure 1 and onwards. Ah, so close! I was so close. I just want to get it right off the bat. Got it! There it is. Now, one thing, you get upgrade. The first upgrade you get was actually the light speed dash.
This reduces the time needed to store power for the light speed dash.
Yeah, because the first upgrade for Sonic is the light speed dash. So you basically have to. So basically, originally you get the light speed dash, and then you go to the Trail of Rings. But I know I'm spoiling right here now, but I just want to do this right off the bat. So, but we're on the first level, Emerald Coast. Well, I don't have the light speed dash, is because I need to get the upgrade, which is a little later in the game. Not too far, but just a little later. And also the spin dash also makes Sonic go fast, of course. And also there's a trend with Sonic with the modern games since Adventure 1. It's basically Sonic has somewhat of fear with whales. Or it has a well, I wouldn't say a comic grudge with whales, but the theme is with whales for some reason. Now also adding the mod that adds the uncut soundtrack. So basically it has the soundtrack that was used in the actual Sonic Adventure 1 OST album. With some parts that have been cut out that's from the actual game. Oh no! Wow. Also note this, there's no ranking system yet. That's gonna be that's gonna be when it has Adventure 2 and onwards, where it has rank E all the way to A, and then later on in the series is the highest be S.
Here we go.
Also one thing too, that in the original Dreamcast version, there's also this effect known as the onion blur. So basically this actually added a blur effect to the characters while they're actually running really fast. And this is actually only in, no, actually note this is actually only in the Japanese version of the Dreamcast version of SA1. But in the American version, that onion blur is removed for some reason. That's usually when Sonic is running, or is when Tails showing. And also, it wasn't even there too in the DX port. It's basically duplicates, or they have to work around.
Yeah, not bad.
The first mission's done, and I added the AI upscale. Yeah, AI voice upscale. So basically this is using AI to upscale the voices, because it's pretty low in the Dreamcast, or it's a little compressed. Not too compressed, but just a little bit.
You're too good of a pilot to just crash like that.
That was a test run using a new prototype propulsion system. It's got a few bugs to iron out.
Why not just use my plane, the Tornado?
Thanks, but you gotta check out my newest power supply. Ta-da!
Wow, a Chaos Emerald.
A Chaos Emerald.
Yep. I just have to
I miss Ryan Drum as Sonic, to be honest.
This thing's got unlimited power, you know. So I figured, why not use it to power my plane? Supercharge! You gotta come over to my workshop, Sonic. I've got something I've gotta
Now I forgot Tails is also voiced in SA1 and SA2, because Tails had been having different voice actors as throughout the Adventure era. So we had to see Tails at the workshop. We actually wanted to test the chat. Let's see, because I already have it on board list. Okay. It should be good. Okay, I can see the text. I just wanted to make sure to have the text on, because I had the game on border list. Well, I actually had the game on border list. Also, this is a monitor screen. It's making an appearance here. From now on, the casino is only open at night. Okay. I also note this too. Adventure 1 is also started the hub world for for the Sonic games. Well, not all Sonic games, because Adventure 1 did have the hub world for a while, because Adventure 2, Heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog don't have hub worlds. But I know 06 and Unleashed does, but it's not that too hectic. I mean, 06 can't, it pretty much can be hectic. But I know, if I remember, I think Advance 3 did have a hub world, but it's not like too much or too linear. Now we're here in the Mystic Ruins. Also, one thing is too, and also one thing is about this too, with the well, actually would say the level cards or just the title cards in the hub world, they actually had their own jingle that was actually used. It actually has its own actually have their own jingle, because there's one that's for Station Square, one for Mystic Ruins. I think I'm trying to remember other areas. I know the 8 carrier is one of them, but I can actually pull up on the browser. Even there's unused lines that was from the original Dreamcast version. Just a heads up. Well, actually, one thing with Sonic going to 3D, actually, there's a note about this. Sega was originally meant to develop a 3D Sonic game that's called Sonic X-treme. It was meant to be Sonic's jump to 3D. It's supposed to be similar to how Nintendo did with Mario, and Sony did with Crash Bandicoots, created their 3D platformer. But somehow, there's already been a bunch of issues and chaos. Well, I wouldn't say chaos, but usually just issues with Sega, and even with Sega Techno Institution, or STI for short. And that's just with the teams, especially the communication with Japan, with Sega of Japan and Sega America, with translation problems, especially as well with the teams falling flat on the development for Sonic X-treme. And if I remember, that Sega doesn't know how to do 3D properly during the time. I kind of find it weird, because they use polygons like Virtual Fighter, and especially with other arcade titles too, even beforehand. But I think it's just console wise, but I don't know. And also with a bunch of development going all over the place with Sonic X-treme, it was canceled. And so basically with Sega, was with Christmas 1996, they had Sonic 3D Blast that's ported to the Sega Saturn. Especially they have Sonic Jam, which is basically a Sonic compilation that has Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles. And especially with the Sonic World, it basically has Sonic full 3D models and just missions to play with. And that's pretty much it. And then there's Sonic R, basically being the last Sonic game that's on the Sega Saturn, I think. Because it actually was released in, I think 1997 or 1998 on the, I think 1997 on the Saturn. Basically the last Sonic game that's on the Saturn. Just make it a quick buck before the holidays. That's my guess. I'm not pretty sure. Probably my guess is Sega was actually busy working with the Dreamcast and preparing to release in Japan in 1998. And also finally we got Sonic Adventure that's in 3D. That's actually Sonic in 3D finally. Okay, to the cutting room floor. Just wanted to show you some stuff too. Using some unused audios, even some unused text. Okay, this one is actually a song called Dream Dreams. It's a sweet mix in Holy Night. It says this plays from certain trees in the Christmas 1999 pack. Due to the oversight that play the ones that play this are accessible. Now note this too, in the original Dreamcast version, there's actually different events that was going on on. Usually to be other events going on, like the AT&T challenging event. There's the Christmas one, and the Y2K, and then the Christmas 1998, and that was actually that's one of those basically lost, and someone was able to find a file, and that was synced through the Dreamcast VMU, and that was crazy.
In the night, dream delight, I want to see you standing there. In the night.
Oh, it's peaking. My bad. I'm really sorry about that. And also, there's actually a jingle that when you play as Big One's levels, and that that if he misses a fish or if the fish rod is broken, he will actually lose a life. And also with this one, this was actually meant to be a one-up jingle that if the character get the extra life, right? But this was actually unused in this game, but it was reused again in Sonic Adventure 2 when you actually gets a congratulations screen, and it's when you're unlocking something. Now there's also, like I said, there's also title themes that was actually used, as actually was meant to be in the original Dreamcast game. It was basically be playing during the loading screen of the level. There's one to Station Square, it's right here. And also there is a mod that actually restored those too, but I don't know but it's a couple years old, but it hasn't been updated. This one's for Mystic Ruins. And I think the next one is basically for the jungle part. Yeah, my problem, I guess they might cut it out. It might be due to something that could be pretty ominous or pretty creepy, but I don't know. And plus these jingles actually was used in this Sonic Adventure homepage. And also there is a cutting, well, I wouldn't say cutting room, no, not cutting room 4, but it's still there to this day. I feel like it might be just from the Wayback Machine, but I'm not pretty sure. But it was on the page for the Dreamcast. Well, for the Dreamcast was being relevant during the time, and this was before SA2 was even out. SA2 came out in June of 2001. This was going on. This is probably like for the people who had the Dreamcast in the US, and there was a competition winners for it, and somehow it's still up to this day. Well, it is at the mail too, or email. But the homepage was there, but I think it's pretty old and wasn't really fully restored. So some part maybe lost me. I'm not pretty sure at the moment. Yeah, and also there's actually unused lines that was used in the and that was in the original Dreamcast version, usually both Japanese and English.
It's looking good so far.
Here it comes again.
Don't worry, I'm ready. Transformation mode. Engaged.
Whoa!
Ready? Let's go!
Man, I feel like some of the dialogue might make sense. Probably replace some of but not all. Maybe there's some, like I said, some in Japanese and some in English.
What is this? I'm so disappointed, you useless machine. All right then, back to practice. Go on, get going.
Yeah, I think there's actually a mod that you can restore the unused cutscene, but I'm not pretty sure it really is. Also, Junichi actually made his debut as Sonic in Sonic Adventure 1. He's actually one thing, he's been voicing Sonic since 1998, and that's crazy throughout the decade. And also fun fact, he's also an English teacher, so he's basically fluent with both English and Japanese. Because anytime you voice Sonic, you can switch to English and especially switch to Japanese.
Hello, everybody! My name is Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog だ。とにかくじーっとしちゃいられない。誰も追いつくことはできないぜ。ある日俺は街で謎の液状生命体と出会った。カオスっていうのか、こいつ。どうやら悪の科学者、ドクターエッグマンが一枚噛んでるらしいな。はあ、面白いことになってきた。エッグマンの思い通りにはさせないぜ。どうだ？俺についてこられるか？俺はソニック。Sonic the Hedgehog.
And also, there's a bunch of idle voice lines too. This is actually, but these are actually unused, and there's also idle voice lines as well in the game. Because there's a mod that you can turn on, and you can press it on a separate button, so you don't have to wait for a couple seconds or longer just to hear the character have their own monologue. But I played some, for example.
Shoot, I got sand in my eye. You're no match for me. Where can his weak spot be?
You liquid monster!
This time, you're finished.
Blue Hedgehog, enemy. 青いハリネズミは敵。
Especially this character that actually was used in the menu that's unused, and there's a mod too that it restores them. And usually the default voice, and there's the calls, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Big, even Gammas, especially Eggman's, and saying Sega, even Sonic Team.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Egg keepers, report to battle stations. Emergency alert is now off. Monorail service will resume.
A train will be arriving soon. Please stand back. Please board the train and wait for departure.
A train will be arriving soon. Please stand back. Passengers are requested to wait on board the train.
Warning, strong winds approaching. Strong wind alert canceled. Warning, tidal wave approaching. Be careful when the ship tilts.
So this actually lines with, so usually lines the one that's in the train station for Station Square and Mystic Ruins. So my guess it could be using real time that you had to wait for the train to arrive. That's using my wild guess because it says the train will arrive soon. So it could be is you have to wait for in real time, or you have to go to the stage and then you have to make sure it'll come by too.
What a persistent hedgehog. I'll shake you off. Wrong way. Wrong again. Why don't you give up?
I'm a goner.
Yeah, and also when Knuckles said I'm a goner, that's basically one of his unused lines. But in the mod actually restores that too, just a heads up. But I actually find it interesting, to be honest. It actually restores it. I mean, especially hearing these lines and audio that's actually was cut from the original Dreamcast version.
What are you doing? Save the frog. Hey, this way, you gooey monster. I'll distract him while you escape. I'll finish it this time.
I say my guess is that Sonic was probably my guess originally when you find Chaos 6 as big. I think Sonic was originally meant to distract Chaos 6. And it's so big and actually get Froggy out. And also Tikal has some unused voice lines, and that Super Sonic was originally meant to be in Adventure 1, but it was cut in the game. But there's actually an unused voice line that you could actually it was from Tikal that you could actually play as Super Sonic.
Gather 50 rings and press the action button while you jump. You'll transform into Super Sonic, but watch out for your ring consumption.
Yeah, somehow with Sega and Sonic Team, I feel like that they want to put Super Sonic as playable in Sonic Adventure 1 and Adventure 2, but they decided to cut. Probably makes it way too easy, or just really no intention of it besides to leave it as a last story. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's actually it with the voice lines. Let's actually get back to the game. Sorry to hold on longer. Just wanted to get you some cool facts and even as well as some unused content that wasn't in the original, that was cut off from the original Dreamcast game.
If it isn't
Sonic!
Look, it's a giant talking egg.
Silence! I am Dr. Robotnik, the greatest scientific genius in the world.
Whatever you say, Eggman.
Also, this would be the last time Eggman was actually used Robotnik in this game. Well, not just in this game. It's basically his last time he's going to use Robotnik. But when he hits Adventure 2 onwards, he's going to refer to Eggman in the English. I mean, he's been knowing Eggman ever since the classic series, because he was just called Eggman in the Japanese version in the classic series. And we have to fight him here. And we're finding the Egg Hornet. And he's pretty easy as Sonic, especially with Tails. Because Tails is also going to fight him in his own story. It doesn't end his story. There's one thing is, I think my guess with most characters' story is going by their perspective, what they encounter. And it's pretty easy because you can just spam the homing attack. Oh yeah, I haven't mentioned the homing attack. So the homing attack actually makes its debut in this game, which is actually will be carried on to in the later games instead of later games. Now, I did say in Sonic 3D Blast that the homing shield was actually a precursor to the homing attack. Like when you home into close enemies, and then Adventure 1 and that carries over to Adventure 1. That's the homing attack without the shield, and that carries on throughout the entire series. And you don't want to attack Eggman in the egg capsule because one, he still hurts you. for some reason. I don't get the squishing sound. Why?
That wasn't so hard.
Aha!
Oh no!
Come on, Chaos. Time to eat.
Chaos? Oh no, isn't that the same monster I saw the other day?
And also with Chaos, because with the Chaos Emeralds, he can transform, and he also has powers. So right here we have Chaos 1.
Tablets predicted.
But one thing with Chaos, I think he mostly used the negative energy of the Chaos Emeralds.
Chaos Emerald. With all 7 emeralds in him, he'll be invincible and work for me. Together, we'll destroy Station Square. And on its ruins, I'll build Robotnik Land, the ultimate city, where I will rule it all. Come on, Chaos. Let's find another emerald, shall we?
Sonic! We can't let him get away with this, can we?
No way, Tails.
Can we?
With that one,
Heck no.
the monster
Shouldn't.
transforms. So, it's up to us to get the emeralds before Eggman does, huh?
I've noticed Chaos, like I said earlier, with Chaos, he actually starts as Chaos 0, then throughout the story, you see him collecting Chaos Emeralds and gets bigger and stronger, and he changes forms. Plus, one thing is we don't see any kind of abilities that's from the other Chaos. For example, see like Chaos 1, 3, and 5. We don't know what they look like because we're going to explore. A little spoiler warning: we're going to encounter 2, 4, and 6. Also, your Tails go workshop, but it's a decent workshop that he has here. It's not bad. I'm seeing the little fox, this genius fox boy who's 8 years old with an IQ, saying IQ 300, like Eggman. So here we have to get this key, to get this wind stone key, and then we have to go to this cave right over here because it could be something that activates it. With this, when we find it, say here, we go to the next level. That's Windy Valley. And I love Windy Valley's theme. Now, one thing is, it's like some people may or may not know that with the 2004 PC port of Sonic Adventure, if you pirated a game, Windy Valley plays throughout the entirety of the game, literally. And I did remember that years ago. Plus, some of the festive is a little off. But here we're in the second section of Windy Valley. It's the tornado part.
Jump on panel number 1.
And then we have the panels right here. I find it weird that we don't have the panels again. I think we have somewhat similar, maybe in Sonic 06, that we jump to wall to wall. But I'm not pretty sure. Now in the third section, and notice the third section, Windy Valley, is basically just a remix theme of Green Grove from Sonic 3D Blast. And you know why I mentioned this in my Sonic 3D Blast video, that some levels, some tracks was actually reused again as in Sonic Adventure. And this is actually one of them. Yeah, like I said, it's basically just a remix theme of Green Grove that's from Sonic 3D Blast on the Genesis. Notice when the level says level C, that means it doesn't mean that you have a C rank, because like I said, the rankings hasn't been introduced until Adventure 2. So basically it's just 3 missions. Level C is basically an easy level, the easy mission. B is basically the second mission, which is essentially the medium difficulty. And then level A basically be hard. Well, depending on the character, it depends how you put it.
Go to Station Square. You may find something.
I think we had gone to Casinopolis. Violet Pixel. The country. Oh, thank you, Violet. I'm so sorry about that. I actually do apologize for that. And how are you doing today? Or this evening? I actually did forgot to turn it on. Huh, that's weird. The game got you not coming on. Probably have to put the window on. Actually, let me see if I can get this working. Yeah, somehow with the game catcher, it just works wherever it feels like it sometimes, but I don't understand. Yeah, I'm going to use the Windows catcher just for now. Yeah, so my guess probably I'm going to. Well, actually, before we go, I wonder if we can go down to the sewer to get the light speed dash. Well, not Well, Arnold's not here, but I do know. Hopefully, right over here. Just drop down. And we got it. And we're already good with the crystal ring because I already got that earlier at the beginning.
Shoes. Press and hold the action button to store up power. Once you have enough power, release the button and you can do the light speed dash.
So the introduction here.
Toward rings at light speed. As long as there's a trail of rings, you can go just about anywhere.
Yeah, thanks to Call. Yeah, the introduction here in the series is basically the Lightspeed Dash. Now in Adventure 1, the Lightspeed Dash is basically you press the button and hold down the button when you spin dashing, but keep it holding, and when you see the trail of rings, let go of the button and go along the trail of rings.
Ready? Go!
Yeah, but when it hits Adventure 2, I would say Adventure 2 and onwards. Well, I don't know the lyric games, but I know Adventure 2, Heroes, even Shadow the Hedgehog, and yes, even Sonic 06. That you actually go through the trail of rings. Oh, it's a child egg, and also introduced here in Adventure 1, or in Adventure 1 and Adventure 2 is Child Garden. Hey, don't use the back door. Oh, sorry.
Ready? Go!
Yeah, I can't get that egg yet. Probably later on. Yeah, one thing, the Child Garden that's Adventure 1, especially Adventure 2, is very iconic to many fans, especially with the Sonic community, because they really love the Child Gardens. Because it's basically a good break from your adventure, and that you actually enjoying every moment of it. Just have a break, have your little pet child with you, and taking care of it like its own child. Yeah, Lightspeed Dash up here, hit the button, time to go to Casinopolis. Another casino-like level. Now here in this mission, you have to make sure you get a amount of rings into the vault right over here. Is by gambling and playing pinball. You get a huge amount of rings. Like I said, it's gambling, especially by playing pinball. Oh, that is just cheap right there. Okay, okay. And notice too, I just noticed the icon is basically it's the classic the classic character from the classic series icon. There's like classic Sonic, Tails, Eggman, Amy. I think Amy is on there too. I know Knuckles is on there, if I'm correct. And trust me, it's been a while since I ever played Adventure 1. And also with the control stick, you can actually move the pinball machine. And most of the time, it just be really time consuming with Casinopolis, just get an amount of rings to bypass the vault to get the Chaos Emerald. because there's also a Sonic. There's a Sonic pinball machine, and there's also another pinball machine that's a Nice into Dreams theme. And also Nice into Dreams is also another game that's developed by Sonic Team. That was on the Sega Saturn. Somehow Sonic barely can just cross right over the line. I know I don't have that much to say, but I've always been thinking about trying to get back to the adventure era games. And like I said before, even with the adventure era games, I'm also going to do the Advanced Trilogy plus Sonic Battle. Rings! At least I got some rings. I was even trying to get some rings, but you guys not letting me. Come on, Sonic. Get up there, Sonic. Yeah, even if I don't shake the pinball machine, Sonic just don't even go through. Oof. I was gonna put all the rings and then come back. I mean, I know there's one thing, there is a way you can do so. If you actually probably get midway or somewhat closer, you get able to get to just cross right over if you can, while getting more rings. But it's hard to do so. And we're going to the card pinball. That's Nice into Dreams theme. That's one thing. I actually never played Nice into Dreams, but one of these days I actually think about doing so. Here you have to get the cards and mash them. So basically more of a mixture of, well, I wouldn't say a mixture of poker, but you know. But usually you have to match the characters or any of the Knights characters. So I'd say, guys, let's go gambling. Yeah, 30 hours later. Okay, now we're in the sewer level. Usually sewer level, I don't know, it's basically RNG or something, but I don't know why. Well, I wouldn't say sewer level, but just the underground level or section of Casinopolis. Hey, Tails. You vibing up there, buddy? Yes, Sonic! Oh! I hate the iron balls, to be honest. They get pretty hectic on placements. I wonder if that was an unused animation. Sonic actually shaking his head to wash up the water. There should be a spring somewhere. If I remember, if we actually get 9,999 rings, you'll be able to have a Sonic statue build up. Now we got the emerald. Like I say, it's very much time consuming. You have to get enough rings to do so, and it can take a while. Just a heads up. Oh, that was the ice key for one of the levels in Mr. Ruins. It's Ice Cap. What AK wants at dusk.
Oh, jeez. Eggman.
Oh man, what happened to that emerald we just had?
I guess Eggman's got one of them. But the other one's safe. That guy must be desperate.
That means his 2 to our 1, and that's not good. Come on, Sonic, we need to get busy.
Sonic, the way he stares like, okay.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
Oh crap, I forgot the key. Had to go back. Sorry, I forgot the key.
will be departing soon.
Never mind, just go around. Okay. Here we go to the ice level. It's basically right up here. Let's go up the ladder and we enter the level. Ice cap. I don't know. Well, it's either the same ice cap that's from Sonic 3 or it's basically a different one.
Frozen, jump a couple of times.
Because remember, both of them was on Angel Island. Just a heads up. Because I wonder is basically the same ice cap that Sonic already been through in Sonic 3 Knuckles, or is basically a different one altogether, and that's actually been changed throughout the years. And it was stated that people would actually come here to Angel Island as well for resorts.
Ready, go!
Okay, Sonic. Hey Tails, I know you're just flying up and trying to get me, but I'm hanging on to the icicles.
Ready, go!
Actually, let's see if I can use the light speed dash on those capsules up there. Actually, I don't need to. Oh wait, I forgot I don't have the light speed attack. AKA the Ancient Light. That's actually a little later on when we get to Red Mountain. Panel jumping. Also, we have a little snowboard section. And so my theory is it could be just basically the same ice cap, but probably been changed throughout the years ever since Sonic and Tails both encountered Knuckles in Angel Island and been traveling throughout Angel Island to get the Chaos Emeralds and to stop Eggman. But in the meantime, I think probably Knuckles have been changing around with Angel Island with other things, especially for humans who wants to visit. But that's my possible theory, but you guys be the judge on this one. Oh yeah, same with the fest. I think it's because I have the 4 times upscale texture, upscale Dreamcast textures. Because that mod is supposed to upscale all the textures that was from the original Dreamcast, but not using the AI upscale or anything. But my guess is just recreating from scratch.
Okay!
Because one thing, because you can see the, I see you see the resource. Yeah, I see. Yeah, the resource up there.
Yes! Yeah, not bad.
And also one thing to introduce to the Venture 1 is emblems. Basically your rewards completing the levels or new missions. You actually get emblems, and they're also known for getting unlockables when you collect them. Because usually you collect them and you actually unlock missions. Yeah, you basically unlock missions, but in the DX port you actually unlock the Game Gear titles. And if I remember, if you get all the emblems, I think a total of 180. You actually unlock Metal Sonic. And spoilers as well.
The train headed for Station Square will be departing soon.
Well, there's Nux.
What's up, Knuckles?
And y'all get ready when you're battling Knuckles, the most iconic line that we know from Knuckles. Anytime he gets hit in battle.
Right now. What? Let's just see you take him. Huh. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Give me your best shot. Oh no.
Oh no. The Chaos Emeralds.
Cause that's an iconic line with Knuckles saying "Oh no," like a lot, like basically very iconic.
Oh, ha, like taking candy from a baby.
That's a Chaos Emerald.
That's right, fool. You made it all
And,
too easy. You
and Knuckles gets
practically
tricked
gave them
so easily ever since 1994.
Right there, creep. You can't get away with this. Knuckles, don't tell me Eggman tricked you again. Me? What about you? Way to go, Knucklehead.
Now I have 4 lovely emeralds. Chaos.
What's that expression of chaos?
These are for you, my friend.
And then we see Chaos 2, and now they transform to Chaos 4. So he has an official like appearance.
No one ever cuts us any slack.
And then plus note this, you gonna battle Chaos 4 3 times. One in Sonic's story, one in Tails' story, and one in Knuckles' story. Which I find it weird that they all fight Chaos 4. I feel like I can imagine if someone actually did like a Sonic Adventure 1 manga, I feel like it has the characters battling together. I know Sonic X has the Chaos Saga, which is basically retelling or their version of Sonic Adventure. And I heard people say this is basically the definitive version, which actually makes sense that it'd be just separate stories. But they have the character all together in one scene or one part of it. So they're not just one separate person in their perspective. Because it's one thing, if they can do like a manga version of Adventure 1, or someone to create a fan manga of some sort, they should actually have Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles taking turns battling Chaos 4, even working together. And also note this, I added the boss lighting effect, which actually has a different effects, so that's with the water and especially the lighting as well with Chaos 4, especially with other bosses too. And that's what the water looks like it. And then when you defeat Chaos 4, it's actually going to turn back to normal. Now with Chaos 4, it really requires patience too, because he will move around depending, like, because it's actually pretty random how long it takes for Chaos to just move around until he finally actually comes out from the water and you can hit him. Because one move he actually turned to four different balls and he's trying to attack you. Especially when you actually throw different attacks at you. And prepared to trying to hurt you, especially destroy lily pads. And note this too, don't stay in the water way too long because you do get damage. Just a heads up. Also, there's Eggman's aircraft known as the Egg Carrier. Is really a big aircraft. Or just a battleship. Cause we already had the Wayne Fortress before, unless you want to count Skybase from Game Gear Sonic 1.
Masterpiece, the Egg Carrier. But it pales in comparison to the power of chaos. Adieu, until we meet again, my friend.
Well, it's probably like a translation saying "see you later." That's my guess.
Hey, we can't let him get away! Let's get to my workshop and we'll take the tornado!
Yeah!
You guys go. I have some unfinished business to take care of.
Gotcha, Nux.
No problem, Knuckles. We'll take care of everything here.
Come on! Let's get going!
And we got Knuckles. Now note this too. I was about to say this too. Knuckles' iconic line, this saying "oh no," but some people don't know where it actually truly came from. Yes, the "oh no" that we know that's in the battle, but where it first originated is actually from the E3 1999 version of Sonic Adventure 1. One that's Knuckles was actually had a different voice actor, or it's basically the voice actor who was still on the road just learning Knuckles' lines when he says "oh no, it started to happen." Actually, I could pull it up real quick. Actually, let me see if I can fix the game capture as well. No, game capture doesn't work for some reason. Oops, actually, let me put my browser. Yeah. Oh no, started to happen. Okay, there it goes.
Card. Select a file. Adventure mode. Start your adventure here. Trial mode. Hot. Listen to some cool music. Is your memory card set correctly? You don't have enough memory in the memory card. Oh no! Give it your best shot! Don't have enough memory in the memory card. Oh no!
I still love the line. Oh no!
Give it your best shot! That's a Chaos Emerald! Me? What about you? Sonic! No time for games, Sonic. Give me the emerald.
Oh no, it started to happen.
I was given this job. What's going on here? Oh no! Something's happened to the Master Emerald! Huh? Who are you? Did you do this? Oh, I'll get you.
And that's actually his E3 voice, just a heads up. That's why you're the iconic "Oh no" is coming up. Where it originates from.
Wait! What's happening to you? Whoa! That was incredible. I've never seen anything like it. Oh no, it's starting to happen. Without the Master Emerald's power, this whole island will fall into the ocean.
Oh no, it started to happen.
Oh no, it's...
And that's how it became the iconic line. And that's how it became the most iconic line. It's saying, "Oh no, started to happen." I still love it to this day. Anyway, let's actually continue on. But let me check my stream too. Because I want to make sure I do have it. Okay, it's on. Just want to make sure. Cussing because we had to meet Tails at the workshop. Where's the detail? And there's the good old tornado. Well, this is this has in the first tornado. I should say my guess is basically the same tornado that was basically from the classic series. Because Sonic said he was letting Tails his plane. And it's basically probably just the same one that he has in the classic series that we've seen throughout the game. Well, throughout the series as a whole. In the meantime, we have to go after Eggman to the egg carrier. It is also being called Sky Chase. Same name as the one that we see in the... It's the same name that we know for Sonic 2 on Genesis. But here with Sky Chase, you basically control the tornado. So basically you actually do control the tornado, and also you can shoot, and you hold down the button, you can lock on, shooting lasers at the enemies. And yes, one thing, the tornado also has its health bar, just a heads up. But don't worry, the flames don't hurt you, that's from the rocket. And also note this too in Sky Chase. about this, because there's meant to be because there's actually originally meant to be a dragon that's actually supposed to be chasing down Sonic and Tails on the tornado, and it was shown in some screenshots of the Dreamcast, of the pre-release version for the Dreamcast. And it was meant to actually breathe fire too, and if I remember too, it actually does have 3 heads, and like I said, chasing after you. And if I remember too, that the dragon was meant to be in the game itself. It was supposed to have his own, meant to have his own lord that is actually powered by the Chaos Emerald, but it wasn't fully told about that. And even the Cutting Room Floor, it does have the mechanical dragon as well, just a heads up. And like I said, something was in the pre-release screenshots, and it was cut from the final game. Let me see where it is at. Ah, there it is. I was actually looking for it. So like I said, it was actually shown the screenshots of the pre-release version of Sonic Adventure, but it was cut from the original game, especially as well was seen in Sonic Adventure DX. Yeah, and it says it was probably used as a boss and as a mechanical dragon, and I think it was basically used in Act 1, but not in Act 2. But modders was able to hack it in, but it only just has a loop animation. That's pretty much it. And like I said, it was meant to breathe fire too. And dang, they already found it 15 years ago. But that's one thing. You have to also set up the free camera so you actually can move all around the cameras to see what it looks like. But I wish something they could add into the actual game, especially as a boss maybe for Act 1. So know that Eggman, see that Sonic and Tails are fighting the dragon, and if it gets defeated, there goes the dragon, and Eggman has no choice to pull the cannon out. But that's something they could have just added too. Trust me, that'd be interesting. Trust me, I love trying to find some other things that was left over from the pre-release version that I've seen in pre-release screenshots that was cut from the original game, whether it's from the original Dreamcast or some stuff that was left over from the DX port, which I actually find interesting. Anyway, let's continue on with the game. Oh yeah, plus one thing is too, that in the Sky Chase levels, both Act 1 and Act 2, Sonic and Tails somehow has the model that we've seen that's from the Saturn games, and there was actually pre-release screenshots of them in their Saturn models that was actually seen in Act 2, probably Act 2 of Sky Chase. I know I kept pausing the game and just showing the things that was actually cut from the final game, even like some pre-release screenshots as well that was shown. But it's really interesting to see cut content.
We did it!
Way to go, Tails!
At least I could hear Eggman what he's talking about, because the music that itself actually causes because the music itself is actually causing into over. It actually causes I can't even talk. Because good thing we could hear Eggman what he's talking about. Oh, there goes tornado spinning. Spin. Because I said because the audio, because the music itself drowned out his whole voice. So it's like hard to hear what he's saying through the music because the audio mixing.
Tails?
It's a tiny little power play on my own.
Tails?
I thought Eggman was just mumbling like, what else he's talking about.
You're not who I'm looking for.
The little girl said,
I wonder if
I saw a hedgehog talking.
Sonic, wait up!
And the returning face, we have Amy with a different look this time.
Amy.
I feel like Sonic has a flashback with Amy in classic era,
Seems to be in trouble, so you need to be
mostly with Sonic CD.
You must be kidding.
If you don't, we're just gonna tag along anyway.
And kill Amy. Charlie Ben, because her only main appearance in the classic series for Amy
Currently in service.
was basically just Sonic CD. I'm not counting Sonic Superstar because this is before Superstar. Because before Superstar, that Amy made a bigger role. Unless you want to count, and I'm not counting Sonic Origin because Origins is basically the compilation of Sonic games, especially with poor layer games. It's either to add more content, and that also counts for the remaster that's by Christian Whitehead. So it's not, so it doesn't count.
Did you walk around the whole city?
Not yet to go. And their robot is by Eggman. And the robot's named Zero, by the way.
He's just a chunk of cheesy hardware.
Whoa!
Oh, now what? Huh?
Look here! It says, cute couples get in free!
Where it says it, Amy, I don't see it. Unless it's up there.
Amy! Wait! Oh, man. That girl is such a pain.
And we're entering Twinkle Park. Now, one thing is too, in the original Dreamcast version, this is actually what it looks like with the texture. But in the DX port, they removed the colorful textures that was from the original Dreamcast. It makes it pretty dull. Like, I understand you're trying to make it the effects of that, make the texture, and plus with the effects as well, they're trying to max up, nothing even made it different. But it kind of makes it bland when it comes with the settings on the DX ports.
You'll be able to ride the bumper car if you defeat the enemy driving it.
Be careful of the bumper cars. And one thing is, if rings are empty and they bump right into you, you explode. note this. Also note this. Twinkle Park is basically just a remix track of Panic Puppet from 3D Blast on the Genesis. Well, actually Panic Puppet Act 1. Well, I know you have to do the bumper car session. Well, not bumper car session, but a little bumper car mini game before you leave Twinkle Park. But we do this afterwards. Second section. Well, actually note this too. I haven't said. I know I said it on my last stream that in the original Dreamcast version, you weren't able to skip cutscenes, and the game runs 30 FPS. But in this DX port, it was running 60 FPS, and you can skip cutscenes. I say, thank you for the DX port, though. I still don't get anything after hit the checkpoint. Probably before they add that in the later games. Stupid monkey. Oh, this is a good miracle. This is a nice miracle round. Well, you see, guys, I gotta go fast. Sorry, I have nothing to say. Usually, sometimes I don't have that much to talk about. Most, other times I be focusing on the game. Stupid monkey.
Yes. Yeah, not bad.
The first mission here is done.
Welcome to Twinkle Park.
Oh, shoot! I've lost Amy. I bet that robot hauled butt after her. I'd better catch her before it does.
But not for long. We had to go, well, we had to go to the Twinkle Circuit though. Just to get out of the Twinkle Park. I mean, Sonic had to do some fun. It had to have some fun. Oh, yeah, but that sound effect was actually also reused for Sonic Riders. The countdown. There's just only 3 laps of this and it'll be done. Yeah, there's something like with the original Dreamcast version of Adventure 1 and Adventure 2 is really better than the ports. I mean, Adventure 2 Battle is actually usually out of the enhanced ports. Adventure 2 Battle is actually better than DX. I mean, DX has some stuff that they fixed, but the problem is texture-wise, lighting, especially with the bugs and glitches that came with it. I mean, yes, the Dreamcast version did have that, but it really wasn't that much far-fetched compared to how it was with the DX ports, especially later on, how it gets worse and worse. Yes, Adventure 2 Battle does have bugs and has some problems, but it really wasn't that much compared to DX. I know I feel like I'm putting a hammer down on the DX, but I'm not. But I'm really not. It's really just what it is that happened when it was released on the GameCube, then to the PC, 360, PS3, especially when it's brought back on the PC through Steam. But seeing my theory and my guess is that it's usually the effects and the files that's using Dreamcast version. It's not fully compatible or not really compatible to the one of those ported to the GameCube. So they have them do so with the effects. It's either just it uses so much compared to the GameCube, or that they use a different file because it was corrupted and they weren't able to use it even when they tried out the effects.
Welcome to Twinkle Park.
Here's a card. Well, in the meantime, I say we stop here for the night. I know this is a little short, but I say thank you guys for stopping by my stream. I really do appreciate y'all. Well, actually, let me try to put on some music because no, I'm not turning on. I say thank you guys for stopping by my stream. Even if I really appreciate you guys lurking. I really do appreciate it a lot. In the meantime, let's say that we start lurking. Well, actually not lurking, but to raid. But I want to see the Silent Orin. Orin is actually is streaming, or is he finishing up streaming? Because it looks like he was playing Castlevania 64. And we get actually raid my boy, my brother in Christ at the moment. And also thank you guys very much for lurking, even stopping by. Even if you guys busy with something, I still really appreciate you. I might stream again somewhere this week, but I'm not pretty sure at the moment. to be honest. But we shall see in the Lord's will. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys have a blessed time zone where you guys live. I'll see y'all in the next one. God bless you all. May I smile upon you. Peace.